What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Sports Sidebar Podcast. You're tuned in with your boy Rich, and I'm here with my buddies Tom and JD, and we're about to get this thing started. Let's go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We got a brand new episode for everybody. Climbing our way to that 200 mark. We're at 186. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good, Rich. How you doing?
Doing fantastic. I mean, I can't complain. All you females better leave me alone. I'm watching football pretty much this whole weekend, from Thursday to Friday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So,
Yeah,
nobody.
it's a big weekend for football aficionados for sure. You know, starting tomorrow night and catching the Friday night Brazil game, and then college football Saturday, and then rolling right into the week one. Actually, all the way through Monday with the Jets and 49ers doing the Monday night.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great 5-day period right now. So
there you go.
I'm definitely gonna be cooking on these parlays. I just put one in for the Baltimore game. Gave me a 10 for 8K. So
there you go.
If you don't hear from me for next week, I might have hit, man. I mean, let's get right into it, man. We got week one of NFL kicking off. We got the Thursday night game. We got the Ravens versus the Chiefs, a rematch of the NFL playoff game, AFC game.
Mm-hmm.
Who you liking in this one, man?
I actually like the Ravens in this game. I don't know what it is, and maybe this is just recency bias for me, but I feel like the Chiefs the last couple of years just tend to get off to a slow start. I probably like the Chiefs to win it all again this year with a three-peat, but taking the Ravens tomorrow night.
Oh, man. I won't be surprised if that happens, just because they got your boy King Henry over there. He's definitely going to be running like crazy. Hopefully we won't see no other those epic stiff arms that turn into memes. But I think the Chiefs are going to be ready. I'm interested in seeing their offense. You know, they brought in those players to stretch the field.
Yeah.
So I want to see what they're going to do with Worthy and Brown. I don't know if Brown's going to be playing. I think he's still rehabbing.
I think he's out this week.
Yeah. But still, just want to see that offense. I'm sure they're going to have some new innovations or some new crazy plays where Patrick Mahomes throwing behind the pack passes or something crazy. But also just to see the Ravens. It was one of Lamar's best years last year as far as passing. So I wonder if they're going to continue that and just leave the run into Derrick Henry, or we're going to see a good mix from him and Henry as far as running.
Yeah, it is a little bit of a different. You know, I feel like they've always had the little shifty running backs. Gus Edwards, I guess, is a big dude, but for the most part.
But he hasn't been able to be healthy. That was their problem.
No, and he wasn't really dynamic at all, like Henry can be. So, yeah, it's a bit of a different offense. So, really curious to see what that looks like. Again, like you said, what's going to be the split between Lamar and Henry, and we're going to see Lamar throwing the ball again, like he tried. You know, he did last year with Zay Flowers and that crew of wide receivers he has.
Yeah, and then if the Ravens get up, are they going to just ground and pound it all the way out? But then if you do that, you got to make sure there's no time on the clock left for Mahomes, because somehow they'll figure out a way to win. But
this is true.
Like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing both teams. I don't think they're going to be the exact same that they were last year.
No.
So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing them. And I got some players on my fantasy team, so hope they run it up. Then the Friday night game, we got the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm rolling with the Eagles, man, just because my former boy Saquon is on there. I hope he does well. Hope he doesn't get injured. Hope he has an amazing season. Makes the Giants regret not re-signing him or offering him what he wanted. Pretty much playing around. Unfortunately, I mean, even though he's still in the Eagles, I'm rooting for Saquon. I'm not rooting for the Eagles. So
yeah.
But I'm also looking forward to seeing Green Bay. Love's pretty much second full year at the helm without Rodgers. I want to see if he lives up to the hype, man.
Yeah, and he's coming off he ended the season strong, and he got the big contract. So, I guess we'll see see what happens next. But yeah, I'm curious to see what that Green Bay Packers offense looks like, especially if they're all healthy with all the wide receivers that they have. Yeah, it should be.
And they did get Jacobs too, so.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that.
So I mean, he led the lead in rushing like 2 years ago.
Yep.
So he got a better O line. I'm not sure if they're going to be running it too. I'm sure they're going to run it, but I don't know if they're going to be running it that much compared to when he was at Vegas. But still, I want to see those other who's going to develop as far as those receivers from Green Bay, because I know Christian Watson was supposed to be the guy, but he's been fighting injuries.
Yeah, they love Jaden Reed.
Yeah.
And Jaden Reed, and then you got Romeo Dubes, and then you got the who's the tight end that they liked last year, and then
Musgrave.
you got the concussion. Yep, Luke Musgraves. They got some weapons there, and a pretty good defense. So they should be something to reckon with. They should win that. I'm guessing they should win that NFC North. So I guess we'll see what happens.
I don't think they're gonna win the NFC North just because the Detroit's there. I feel like Detroit's got a.
Oh yeah, sorry.
They got a way better.
Yeah. Detroit should win that. I'm sorry. I'm so used to Detroit being bad that
you thought it was like 2005, 2000.
Blacked out.
But yeah, I mean, I'm still looking forward to seeing how they if they can repeat. They did sneak into the playoffs. They did get a first round win against the Cowboys, which was an upset. So, hopefully they can build and continue momentum. So, we're gonna have to wait and see though. And then Sunday games, we got a bunch of games going on. We got the Giants versus the Vikings. It's gonna be tough, man. I
mean, the upside is you're going against Sam Darnold.
Yeah, man. I mean, the Vikings lost some players on defense. Pretty much, they don't have the best quarterback as far as Sam Darnold, but they do have Justin Jefferson. I think Addison is playing. I heard he got suspended, but I don't think it's going through. So
fake news.
Fake news. Giants secondary is terrible. So I don't know what we're gonna do, man. If we do not get to this quarterback, it's gonna be a long day. And if James Jones is turning over the ball, it's gonna be a long day. So I mean, we're definitely playing for a first round. First pick in the draft next year. So, but I do want to see Malik Neighbors, and I want to see him have a good game. It seems like to be the only bright spot on offense since our tight end retired. They let our running back go. Quarterback can't throw, and offensive line is kind of wishy-washy. So it's gonna be a long day, man. But I'm definitely bouncing back and forth to some of the other games.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not gonna mind checking out this Falcons versus the Steelers. That's also 1:00 game. Arthur Smith is the offensive coordinator for the Steelers, so it could be a little revenge game, against the Falcons. But I feel like the Falcons are gonna pretty much run over the Steelers, man.
Yeah, you never know with Mike Tomlin. He's the ultimate, don't bet against guy. And who knows what they got cooked up over there with Arthur Smith.
Well, as far as the Steelers, I'm interested in seeing these the Fields and Russell situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Paying attention to that, see if one struggles, they switch to the other one. How much of a leash they give one over the other. So.
Yep.
Then we got the Texans versus the Colts. I mean, this should definitely be a good game. Two young quarterbacks going at it. Richardson was injured last year, so we didn't really get to see him too much. But I mean, he looks healthy. This is going to be a interesting division between these two teams and the Jaguars. So definitely going to be paying attention to that.
Yeah, I'm excited for this game. It should be two good young quarterbacks going at it. It should be a fun one.
Oh yeah. And then we're gonna have the Cardinals versus the Bills. I pretty much just want to see how the Bills' offense is going to look. Try to snap up one of those receivers off free agency. See if your boy Murray comes back fully strong. Now that he's got a number one receiver with Harrison Jr. I still like the Bills in this matchup, though.
I do too. But I think that with a little bit of a revamped offense, Arizona should be better. I think that Gannon had them playing well towards the end of the year. I think they were a little more dangerous but when Murray came back, but yeah, I think overall the Bills should probably win this game, but I don't know what that Bills team is going to look like.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's gonna. I feel like Kincaid will be the number one receiver there, but they also have the rookie Coleman, who's a big body receiver.
Mm-hmm.
They did. There's some other guys that stepped up last year on the team, but it's gonna be interesting to see who pops out.
Sure.
Definitely they'll probably be going to like the death by a thousand swords type of offense, but you never know if somebody pops out in there,
Yeah,
the
for
number
sure.
one guy. So, and then we got the the Titans versus the Bears. I just want to see how Caleb does. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he's been getting comparisons to Mahomes, so I mean,
Yeah,
when you get those comparisons, you got to see it in person. So
for sure.
uh,
For sure.
now he's gonna be getting the best of the best as far as on the team. The starters, the Titans have they've been good at shutting down a run. So I mean, they got him a lot of weapons. So I mean, he's definitely gonna be slinging the crap out of that ball. So and on the Titan side, I mean, well, I forget the other quarterback from last year. He won the starting job. So just to see how he does.
It's going to be Will Levis, and a lot of people are thinking he's going to have a big season. They added some weapons down there, obviously with kid from Jacksonville. I'm blanking on his name right now. Calvin Ridley.
Yep.
They have Hopkins. Tajay Spear is going to get some more, or Tajay Sharp's going to get some more play here. Tajay Sharp, Tajay Spear.
Yeah, Spears, and then
oh man,
they signed what's the name? The guy from the Cowboys. The Cowboys old quarterback.
Pollard.
Yeah, Pollard. Yeah.
So yeah, they definitely have some playmakers on that side, and it should be a good squad, and people are really high on Levis. I don't, I didn't watch a lot of him last year. I watched that Thursday night game when he was good, but I'm kind of curious to see what he looks like.
Oh yeah, just as I mean, it'll be his first full year, rolled over into that offense. Don't get me wrong, they did get some weapons, so that's definitely gonna help him out. But I'm interested to see that backfield. I feel like they got two running backs that are very similar. So
Mm-hmm.
is it going to be a split backfield, or is Pollard going to take more of the back seat or the front seat, and then
Mm-hmm.
and which one is going to be the go-to receiver? I mean, Hopkins is
Sure.
getting older. Ridley's getting older. So
Yep.
I mean, obviously you're going to say the younger guy is going to get more targets.
Yeah.
But I feel like Hopkins, he's not going to go for that if he's not getting enough targets.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, we'll see how it all plays out with him, but yeah, I agree with that.
And then some of the other games I'm going to probably watch is the Lions and the Rams, another rematch of last year playoffs game. Lions won by 1, so I'm sure the Rams are looking to get revenge. Rams come into the season pretty healthy. Cooper Kupp is healthy. Puka's healthy. They got Williams. Everybody's healthy. Even though they said Williams gonna be returning punts, I don't think that's a big deal. The only thing is that I'm worried about that Rams defense. Aaron Donald's no longer there. They lost a bunch of other pieces. So are they going to be able to stop anything as far as what Detroit's throwing up?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. The Rams they should be good offensively. Matt Stafford back again, healthy. Like you said, Cooper Kupp, Puka. They got some good tight ends. Kyron Williams. Definitely a talented offensive team. Yeah, interested. I think the cornerbacks. They still got Jalen Ramsey and I always blank on the other guy on the other side.
No, Ramsey's on the. They traded him to Miami.
Oh, Miami. God, I'm like I always forget who's on the Los Angeles corners. But yeah, their defense is young. I think with Donald retiring, their heart and soul is gone. So it'll be we'll have to see how McVay can get those guys ready to play.
Oh yeah. We got your Monday night game. We got your Jets versus the 49ers. How you feeling, man?
Not the best. It's just it's Monday night. Rodgers hasn't played in a year, really. I mean, and even then it was very limited. He's older. The defense should be good. I think that I like what they're doing on defense. The defense looks good. It'd be nice if they had Hassan Reddick in there to rush the passer on third down. We'll see if that actually happens or not. I mean, San Francisco figured out a way to get their guys signed, so I feel like the Jets should be able to figure this one out, but they haven't yet. But yeah, I think we'll see. It's a revamped offensive line. It should be a pretty good offensive line, and as long as they can, keep the pressure away from Rodgers, they have the talent. They have Wilson, they have Mike Williams, they have Brees Hall, they have some good young players. They should be, they should be a good team. But yeah, this is a tough matchup.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I hope the Jets get the win. Definitely interested in seeing, the Rodgers to the weapons connection, so to say,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be Hall, even the Mike Wallace. He was one of those receivers that had a lot of talent, but he just couldn't stay healthy. Oh, Mike Williams, sorry.
Yeah.
That just couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that offense and how it's run.
And they got that rookie kid too. I forget his name. The kid they took in the early second round, who's supposed to be a really good slot receiver too. Malachi Corley.
Oh, okay. Western Kentucky. Okay. I mean, definitely a array of options as far as offensively. And then on that defense, I mean, the Jets defense has been, one of the top defenses for a while. So if you guys are able to shut down that 49ers offense, is Trent Williams playing? I don't think he's playing this game. So
he is playing. Yeah, he's playing.
He's playing. Oh, okay.
They're They're full strength.
Yeah. So if you guys can slow down McCaffrey this week, that would be great. So I think I'm playing him. No, wait. Matter of fact, damn, I got him on one of my other teams. Yeah. So I don't know, man. Well, yeah, I'm gonna put our league above him as far as priority. So definitely shut down McCaffrey, and then some of the other options as well. So, and then outside of the other week one matchups, I mean, your boy Surtain got paid. Got about 96 mil, one of the highest paid corners now. So
the highest paid corner in the league now.
Yeah, the highest. Well deserved. I feel like he's like 25 or something, 26. He's young, I feel like.
25.
Damn.
I know.
What I be doing 96 million at 25? That's another story.
Yeah.
But I mean, you kind of saw the writing on the wall when they first drafted him, and they were, they had some other older guys that were just letting him go and trade him away. But anytime teams were called about him, they were like, nah, we're keeping him. So it was just a matter of time before he got paid. Another Alabama corner that did his thing. So hopefully he doesn't sit there and kind of like just doesn't win. I felt that way sometimes about Champ Bailey when he was
a little bit
when he was there. He was like just one of those shut down corners, but they just couldn't win. So hopefully he doesn't have to go through that for too long. That looks like Bo Nix is the quarterback there. So I think they just got to figure out the other offensive pieces.
Yeah, for sure.
Then your boy Chase, man, Jamar Chase, skipping practice, showing up to practice. Definitely showed up today. So I think it looks like he will be playing for Sunday. Trying to get a new deal, man.
Yeah, I know we talked a little bit about this offline. I totally get, wanting the new deal, and you never know what's going to happen. He's also, he's got 2 more years. It's not like this is his option year. So I feel like a lot of times these deals get done in that off season in between, before your last season starts. That's when they did with CD, Jefferson. That whole crew is basically the 2020 draft crew there. So I think I see both sides of it. If Cincinnati, if they're planning on paying him next year, you never want to as like an owner, you don't want to just give in when people start holding out and things like that. We obviously don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but I think it's fair for him to play this year out, and maybe he ups his value a little bit and going into next year, and instead of paying him whatever Justin Jefferson got, $36 million a year, now he's asking for $40 million a year.
Yeah, but I think he's going to have a monster year to justify
Sure.
the pay jump more than Jefferson. But like you said, he's still got 2 years left. So I mean, if he comes out has a banger, this banger year this year, that new deal for next year is going to be the extension is going to be crazy. So
Yeah.
but also as the owner, you might be better off to get it done now to avoid paying them more in the future.
Yeah.
So
I just the other part is just it's sort of like a bad look, right? Or setting a bad precedent. The guy's just holding out, and 2 years left on their contract. Like, I get that side of it, but you don't know, like, if they said ahead of time, yeah, we're gonna take care of this year, and then they didn't, then that's a different story, which is what it kind of sounds like.
yeah, it definitely sounds like the way it's going. So
Yeah.
um, we'll definitely be posted as far as the stats that he's putting up, and then with the money he's going to be able to demand, depending on how much the salary cap jumps up next year,
Yeah.
or if they straight up just pay him before all that even happens. So
Yeah.
and then on to the NBA. I mean, not much here. I know we didn't talk about it last time, but your boy Steph Curry got paid too.
Yes, he
Um,
did.
got another 1 year, 62 point something million. I mean, you said that puts him at like 500 even, or
Over 500. Yeah.
yeah, man, that's a great problem to have. You think he hangs it up after that, or you think he goes for one
I don't
more
know.
run somewhere
I
else?
think it depends. I think it depends how he's looking in terms of health. Definitely see him continuing to play. I think we'll obviously have to see what the Warriors look like at that point. There's always rumors in this area that he wants to come back to Charlotte, his hometown, and do a year here. I think again it would probably depend on what that team looked like too. Who knows? I could see him, maybe chasing the ring for a year potentially, but does he need one? He's got four.
Yeah, I mean, I think I want to say he hangs it up, but I feel like there's gonna be. I feel like he can probably get away with doing an extra year after somewhere else
Yeah.
on a championship contender, and then just being a shooter, either starting or just coming off the bench. Um, I mean, he's so efficient at shooting that he'll get his points regardless. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely doesn't need to get 30. He definitely give you 20 off the bench with his
Yeah.
shooting. He shoots about 10 threes a game, shooting about 50%. So, I mean, that's 5 threes right there. He's already at 15.
Yeah.
Shoots about like 95% from the free throw line. So he's going to he's going to get his points, man. But one of the um, unsuspected players we saw coming out that made a name for himself, kind of changed the narrative of it being the LeBron era.
Yep.
Gave the little guys a hope that they can go out there and they can shoot and be like Steph Curry. They don't got to be 6'8" like LeBron. So it was definitely fun to watch, man.
Yeah. He definitely. Jordan obviously changed the game. I think Steph kind of changed the way the game's played now. I think back in the day it was more like we want to be high flyers, get to the rim like Jordan. Now as we all know, it's all about the three point shots and dunks, right? Most efficient way to score in the NBA. So I think a lot of that has to do with Steph Curry's ability to score from the outside, and then the analytics team that was around him at that time too.
Oh yeah, I mean they definitely put the right pieces around him. But I mean, even when those pieces were not available, he was still out there doing his thing.
Hmm.
Um, I just wish we got to see more of him during those early years
Yeah.
before he was injured. Because the first few years he was like always injured with that ankle. So
Yep.
overcame it, figured it out. So hopefully that's the thing, man. You get to see some of your favorite players come and go. But hopefully his next crop coming up, works that same magic, and we get to see uh, the bang on I forget the announcer guy, when he yells out bang when people hit the three in the finals, because it seems like they switching up commentators left and right, man. That's all. He's the only guy we got left that I like,
Hmm.
man.
Yeah.
And then on to MLB. I mean, season's slowly dying down. Get ready for playoffs. We got to talk about our Yankees, man. They fell back a half a game against the Orioles. But I think the Orioles are losing now. But they might have just lost. So might be deadlocked. Your boy Judge is doing his thing, man. They say he's on pace for another 60 this year, man.
Yeah, he's definitely doing his thing. One of the big issues right now is the bullpen. Holmes has been a bit of an issue pretty much all year, but it's starting to rear its ugly head now as the closer. So Boone today basically said he'll be closer by committee moving forward, and they'll get creative. But this isn't something you want to pop up in the playoffs, so they're trying to get ahead of it now as the season winds down. Judge having a fantastic year, probably an MVP year, and yeah, it's just need some help. Need some help from the bullpen. The starting pitching for the most part has been pretty good, and yeah, just getting geared up for the playoffs here.
Oh yeah, I mean Soto's been playing good too. So I mean he'll definitely get his money coming up, but. I mean, other than that, it's looking like hopefully it's going to be Yankees Dodgers World Series.
Yeah. Well, I hope so.
I mean, I hope so too, man. But I mean, those Dodgers, man, they're looking like another type of monster, man.
Yeah, I think that we'll see when they get to the playoffs. This has been kind of their MO outside of the COVID. Was it the COVID year?
Yeah.
Yeah. They have these dominant teams that just fall short in the playoffs. So we'll see. Got to get there first, but it would be fun.
Oh yeah, it would be, man. New York versus LA beef would just be getting started, man.
Yep.
And as far as NCAA, Florida State gets upset again. They lost.
Their season's over.
Yeah, they're done, man. They're done. With the 12-team playoff. They said you could probably get in maybe with 2 losses at max. They're well above that, and season just getting started, man. So it's gonna be interesting to see some of these other teams as they start losing, and we get down to the final rankings, and we see who those 12 teams are and what some of these records look like. Because I remember back in the day, you used to have 4 of the teams that were undefeated, but because they weren't like the powerhouse schools, they would rank them outside the top 4, and they pretty much want to get a shot at the title. So they all gonna get a shot, man. Definitely looking forward to seeing who's gonna come out on top. Probably gonna be Georgia again, but you never know, man. All you need is one game. All you need is one game.
Week one's tough, right? Like it's I think especially down here with the Clemson diehards. You're either saying you're taking solace in the fact that Georgia might be actually incredibly good, or does your team suck? It's kind of it's in between right now. So you're making a lot of snap judgments on 1 week of football, but anything can happen as you move into the next week, and then I think things start to level out a little bit.
Oh yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to watch, man. But my eyes are on Texas, man, because they just entered this SEC.
Yeah.
They got 2 quarterbacks that'll probably go in the top, 5 this year and next year. Hopefully, Giants can nag one of them. So I'm looking forward to seeing them if they're going to be able to come into the SEC, win the SEC, and possibly compete for a national championship in their first year. So.
Yeah, definitely a lot of eyes on Texas this year. Again, they're already in the top 5. Got strong coaching, got a good quarterback, got a good backup quarterback. Just always have a lot of eyes on them.
Oh yeah, we got the WNBA. They're gearing up for playoffs. Fever clinched the playoff spot. Looks like Caitlin Clark's about to run away with this Rookie of the Year, man.
Yeah, I think she's pretty much a lock unless you talk to Cheryl Swoops or one of the other hundreds of millions of haters, which I still don't understand, other than jealousy. I mean, that's the only thing it can be at this point. But yeah, it's she's been awesome. She's I think their team is starting to gel, kind of figuring each other out. They look good. Yeah, it should hopefully that they can get into a nice little playoff run here. Kind of show everyone show all the haters wrong here.
Yeah, man, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing them in the playoffs. See if they can make a run against some of these top tier teams. Make some noise. It was crazy that they showed the beginning of the season, and they showed like how packed it was compared to like how packed it is now. It feels like it's impossible to get tickets to the game. So I can only imagine what the ratings are going to be like come playoff time if they're kicking in the door of some of these teams. So
yeah, yeah. Also, pretty funny that Stephen A. Smith is the one that's having to stick up for Caitlin Clark in the media.
oh yeah, I felt like he was hating on her too, man. But he goes hard. I think he's more so on the side that the WNBA kind of dropped the ball as far as promoting her and doing certain things, which we feel like sometimes is the same thing that we were kind of feeling. But I
Yeah,
mean, she's shining a lot of light on the WNBA, and then all these other rookies that are going to be coming in these next few years. It's definitely going to be something worth watching. During this time of year.
yep.
We got PGA.
Well, we had the Tour Championship kind of close up the 2024 season.
Yeah, with your boy Scheffler.
Scheffler took it down. Kind of I think I talked about this a little bit last week, but kind of anticlimactic. He starts with the lead. He shoots a 5 under or 6 under first round, and that was basically it. I mean, he took a 7-stroke lead and just kind of sat there. So I'm on the side of trying to revamp this, I actually liked when they did. There was the Tour Championship winner, and there was also the FedEx Cup winner. So you get you start at even par or whatever, like a normal tournament, but you just get points, like you do the rest of the tournaments. So then at the end you have the the list of the tournament, how everyone finished, but then you have a separate kind of FedEx Cup and separating that tournament. To me, it was better, because like a guy like Morikawa who played really well and would have won the tournament had it been had everyone started at the same place. It kind of had no drama. Who knows what they'll do moving forward? But yeah, I mean, I barely even watched on Sunday because I turned it on and I think Scheffler was on the eighth hole and had like a 7-6 stroke lead. I was like, oh, man, not watching this.
They don't weigh they don't weigh the tournaments during the season differently, do they?
They do, yeah. So the bigger tournaments are there's more points given to the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how, I forget how it's all laid out, but yeah, the bigger tournaments have more. They're worth more.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do, man. Maybe they do a bracket, so like people that finish 1 through 5, they get a certain handicap. People that's 6 to 10 get a different one. So
Yeah,
it's not
I don't know.
So it's not maybe just one person. 'Cause like you said, I mean, he had such a hard start that it really didn't matter what
No,
anybody else did after that. So
it did not.
I mean, the next time we'll see them is what is it, the Fortnite champ? Oh no, how about to say Fortnite?
Coordinate.
Yeah, Fortnite championship.
Yeah, some of the guys. So there's the shoulders. This is shoulder season right now till the new year. You probably see a handful of guys here and there. This week, I forget where they're at. But then you get the President's Cup in a couple weeks, so you'll see the top 12 Americans versus the top 12 international, not including Europe. So you'll get that, which it's always kind of fun to watch. They're playing up in Montreal this year, and then yeah, you'll have like these random, like the Zozo tournament. Usually like Schauffele and Morikawa play out there. So you'll have random tournaments where there's a handful of decent players. So golf season continues. It doesn't end, because you got guys fighting for their PGA Tour cards. So it's still I still watch it. Probably just a glutton for watching golf, but yeah, it's a little bit of the off season now for a lot of these guys, and probably won't see a lot of them until January.
Okay, so I mean, kind of practice for some guys, so they can work on their game going into next season. But if you're a true baller, you can kind of still play it in some of these tournaments, even before the season starts. So,
Yep.
And then it's that time again, ladies and gentlemen. We got another edition of JD's Bites and Brew. What you got for us?
All right, so today we get some hot honey chicken smash burgers.
Okay.
So pretty straightforward, easy, relatively healthy, but so just taking some ground chicken, adding garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of smoked paprika, making forming the meatballs that we're going to smash on the grill.
Okay.
So while those were kind of congealing a little bit in the fridge, made the hot honey sauce. So it was honey, a little bit of hot sauce, and some red chili pepper flakes. Mixed all that together. So got the burgers on the grill, smashed them down, and then actually used the hot honey on the grill on the burgers. So got both sides of it, brushed it with some of that hot honey, added cheese, took it off, threw it on the bun, just used a little bit of ranch dressing, some lettuce, onion, and actually sprinkled a little more of that hot honey on there too. And yeah, ready to go. It's a pretty easy and fairly healthy, fairly healthy sandwich.
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even tried no hot honey yet, man. But what does it taste like? Is it more like buffalo sauce, or is it more like an Asian zing without the zing? Or
It's
Asian?
like an Asian sauce, I think, for me.
Okay. So pretty much same thing, spicy, but just no.
Yes, so it's like a sweet and spicy sauce.
Oh, okay, okay. I might have to give that a try. I've been seeing a bunch of hot honey stuff. I know they have the wings, hot honey wings, and I
Yeah,
seen something else that was hot honey.
pepperoni with hot honey is a hot pizza on the streets right now.
I might have had that. No. I think
Yeah,
it was. I think Dunkin' Donuts had like the hot honey bacon or something like that.
yeah,
And I one day I forgot to buy bacon from the grocery store, so I went to Dunkin' to get the coffee, and I was like, oh, I saw the little bacon, like fried looking
yeah,
things packed.
yeah,
So I got that to put on the sandwich. But
yeah.
definitely, I'm definitely about to start dipping into this hot honey. So,
It's good.
and then what'd you guys drink that down with?
All right, so going back to it's an oldie. But I saw this actually my neighbor gave this to me. When I was out mowing my yard. I guess I looked a little warm, but so New Belgium's been around forever. They're one of the bigger craft beer companies. They're out of Wisconsin. But their IPA is called Voodoo Ranger. It's been around again for forever. They were known for Fat Tire. They got a bunch of well-known craft beers. So this was the Juicy Haze IPA, which I didn't even I probably bypass all those kind of more macro brewery type IPAs now. This one was actually pretty good. So the hops they have Citra, Simcoe, Centennial, and Cascade. So a little bit of a Northwestern mixed with a little bit of that fruitiness that you get from the Citra and Simcoe. ABV was 7.5, so relatively decent for a hazy IPA. And I just thought, I don't know if it was hot out or because I was just, finishing up, mowing the yard, but thought it was pretty smooth. The taste was there. It had a little bit of citrusy flavor to it, but it wasn't overwhelming.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, it was a good, it was probably like 80, 85 degrees out, and it went down pretty smooth. I was a little surprised because again, I've had the Voodoo Ranger and it's fine. It's older now. I think that a lot of these kind of older recipes have, I don't know, maybe it's my taste. It's just different now, but yeah, this one was solid. I'd give it a 7.3.
Oh, that's pretty good though, man. But now you got to try it on a regular just to see
Yeah, yeah,
if
got to
things
go
if
back and check
things
it out again.
yeah if things change or
Yeah,
if it really is what it is, man.
yeah.
And then that's JD's Bites and Brew, everybody. And then this week for the BRRs, it's not really much, man. Still going through some old shows. I was gonna check out The Crow, but it wasn't a good copy, so I'll wait on that. Not hearing good reviews about it, so but I'll bear through it and let you know.
Okay.
What's the 411? I mean, other than that, I mean, it's not really much, man.
No.
Still, I think I went back and started watching some old shows I didn't really watch, but kind of keep me busy. But I mean, football's coming, so I'm definitely looking forward to these the Halloween movies that are coming out. So I'll give you if you love the Halloween spook, I'll give you some good ones to watch.
Nice. I like that.
But I mean, other than that, man, there wasn't really much else, man. I'm still looking for some new shows. I think I started some on Netflix. No, I watched. It was the worst X ever on Netflix.
Oh yeah. I watched a couple of those episodes.
Yeah, some of them I was like, how did this guy get away with that? Like one of the guys, he like cut himself. He like cut the girl's finger. She was bleeding. She ran to like the leasing office, and then he was like in her apartment when the cops came. He doesn't even live there, and then somehow he cut himself and said that they got in a fight, and they arrested her instead of him. I was like, how does that even happen? Like what? He doesn't even live here. Why? Like it was just some wild stuff going on, man.
The one where the woman gets arrested and didn't do anything, and then they held her in jail for 6 or 8 months, whatever it was. Is insane.
Oh yeah, that one when the guy framed her and said he told his friends to say that this girl was robbing people.
And how about she had a solid alibi where she was on video.
Oh yeah, in the
at
casino.
Mohegan Sun.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
And she has her cell phone pinging the tower there.
Towers. Oh
and
yeah.
They were like anyone could have had your cell phone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was like, what?
That picture can be anyone, and I was like, oh my god, I would have lost my mind.
Well, that one I understand why that happened, because remember that guy was the guy she was messing with. He was an informant for the police. So normally they protect the informants because
I know.
So you can't have your informant information getting out there. So, but that was still crazy, man. I'm glad she sued and won some money.
They could have squashed it though. They could have let her out and been like, okay.
Yeah.
Like they didn't have to get the guy in trouble, but they could have been like, yeah, no, we're good here. Like you leave, and we're gonna talk to this guy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Bury it. Yeah, it was insane.
I'm trying to think I think I've been checking out a bunch of docs lately.
Mm.
What did you see it might have been the last one. You didn't watch the last one yet of that series?
No.
With the Asian lady?
No.
Oh man, it's crazy. It's fun. It's not funny, but it's crazy. But you are gonna laugh when they get to a certain part.
Okay.
Because the guy, the husband has to defend he has to fight off his attackers. So is it?
All right.
It's funny because when you think about it, you're like, if I was in that situation, there's no way this is happening to me.
Yeah.
But definitely, check out that last episode.
Yeah, I will.
I don't know if you've seen Tell Me Lies that comes back this week.
Yeah, I saw that. So we'll be jumping on that.
Yeah, it's a softcore porn show on Hulu. Pretty much about people that are in college and they're all embedded in these big fat lies. And I might have to watch the last episode too to get a refresher. Or I hope they do the refresher before the beginning, because I remember somebody was pregnant and then all the couples had swapped. So definitely I'll have to watch that. I hope they give out 3 episodes, not just one, or the whole thing. Sometimes Hulu does that, which I like. Because I feel like not a lot of people are on Hulu, so they just throw everything out.
So they're only doing 2. They got
two
out, and then then it's week to week after this.
Wow, it's terrible. Might have to wait till next week then, so I get 3.
Get 3.
Yeah, because after the 3rd episode, you get a good feel of the season, where it's going. But then you can also determine all right, am I gonna watch this season or not? So I know you mentioned the other show coming back on Netflix, the Florida one with the treasure. Well, I'm drawing a blank.
Oh, Outer Banks.
Outer Banks. Yeah, you said you said that one.
Yeah, I think I don't know if it's early October or early September. I forget. I think it's October.
Oh, okay. So we still got some time then.
Oh yeah.
But I know there's a bunch of new Halloween movies coming out. People were talking about the Deliverance one on Netflix.
Oh yeah, yep.
They said it was kind of funny and crazy. So I'm definitely gonna check it out. So it's a few other things, man. Just going back to some old shows, searching for some new stuff. So I'll definitely keep you posted if I find anything else.
Yeah, let me know.
And that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So all we got for you this week. Until next time.
Till next time, Rich.
Yeah, man.
I want to thank y'all for rocking out here on the Sports Sidebar Podcast. Give y'all something to ride out on.